Coming into week one, the matchup Jets fans were most concerned about was our young, inexperienced corner group against the Panthers' stable of talented wide receivers. But Bryce Hall, Michael Carter II, and Brandin Echols didn't just pass their first test, they excelled. The group allowed just 5.1 yards per target in week one, which was top 5 in the NFL. In conjunction with that, they allowed just 77 yards total and 4 first downs throughout the 60 minutes against the Panthers. There was so much talk this offseason about how Robert Saleh's scheme protects their corners, but there was none of that. On every big third down on Sunday, he blitzed 5 or 6 and he asked his young corners to win one-on-one. They did. Let's jump into the film. Welcome back everybody, Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and I was so impressed going back and watching the all 22 of this corner group. We're going to start with the first third down of the game, Michael Carter II against Terrence Marshall in the slot. The Jets bring a 5-man rush, cover 1 on third down, and this was one of my favorite reps of the entire game. Let's roll it back and watch slowly. You've got one-on-one, man-on-man in the slot. Michael Carter doesn't use his hands at the line of scrimmage. What he does is use patience and trust his feet. He's able to flip those hips, get his head around and locate the ball. He does a great job of doing that while maintaining his speed, and then able to play the ball at the catch point and break it up with that left arm, getting it in and stripping the ball out. Fantastic patience, fantastic ability to turn and be fluid in his movements and then get the pass breakdown. That's a huge play in his very first test in the NFL. Second play now, third down and 10. The Jets are showing a double A-gap blitz. Now, CJ Mosley may not be part of the young corner group, but he was so impressive. Watch how he bails from his A-gap pressure and picks up the tight end who is the target on the play. Does a great job in man coverage. Watch the acceleration, the ability to get out of the A-gap and make a play on that ball, even though it's slightly inaccurate from Darnold. Fantastic job. But on this play, take a look at Bryce Hall, top of the screen against Robbie Anderson. He is all over him. There's nothing there. Does a great job staying vertical with him on the go route down the sideline. Now we look at the slot. Michael Carter II playing off coverage. Again, look how in control he is. How smooth, how patient he is. And then he flips his hips and goes, and there is nothing there from the slot. Finally, look at Brandin Echols, bottom of the screen against DJ Moore. A little more aggressive, plays with his hands. 1, 2, 3. It's not for 3.5 seconds that you see him start to get some separation. The Jets are bringing 6 men. That is good enough. A great job from all members of the Jets' young secondary. On this occasion, 2nd and 10, 5-man blitz once again. What did we say? Robert Saleh bring the heat, and he trusted his young guys to get it done for 3 and 4 seconds. This time, Bryce Hall gets tested vertically, top of your screen against Robbie Anderson. This isn't a great matchup for him. Look how well he stays in phase with one of the quickest wide receivers deep in the NFL. Bryce Hall right here, I start to get a little concerned about now. I think, Robbie's even, he's leaving. Bryce Hall, for a guy who wasn't a great athlete at Virginia, does a great job, gets his head around without losing too much speed, and look, is this perfect coverage? No, but he does a really good job, and it's a fantastic effort with a not great or favorable matchup for Bryce Hall. This is the 4th play, and 3rd and 6, another huge down in the game. This time the Jets are showing pressure, but they only bring the 4-man rush. You'll see it here. A lot of them bail out, and they're actually playing cover 1 cop. What that means is a cop is when the linebacker is playing the hole. A robber is when it's the safety. So this time, cover 1 cop. This is just Javelin Guidry being explosive in man coverage on Christian McCaffrey. The Jets come out in dime, and he just does a fantastic job corralling one of the quickest men in space, a guy who terrorized the Jets. But look at this closing speed, ability to tackle. That is fantastic. Tight man coverage everywhere else across the board. Sam Darnold starts to drift back in the pocket. He's worried about Shaq Lawson off the edge, and it's a terrific play from Javelin Guidry. 3rd down again, this one early in the game, and the Jets are trying to fool the Panthers' offensive line. You've got CJ Mosley at the top of the screen. He's down, walked on the line of scrimmage from the Sam linebacker position. But in the end, you watch Michael Carter from the bottom. He actually comes on a nickel blitz here. What does that mean for the play? Well, down the bottom of the screen, the Panthers try and throw behind the blitz. Sam Darnold is throwing hot. Because the slot corner's blitzed, now you need Marcus May to come and replace him and play man coverage. Look at the closing speed from Marcus May. Look, I know he's not part of the young corner group, but this is just fantastic from a schematic point of view, and then able to play tight man coverage, the closing speed, hit and stick. We saw Marcus May tackling terrifically throughout the game. That was a play that really impressed me. Okay, last man coverage snap I wanted to look at. This time, just focus on Bryce Hall at the bottom of your screen. The Panthers end up getting a completion here. Christian McCaffrey beats CJ Mosley on a little Texas angle route. But look at Bryce Hall. This is the primary route, one-on-one against DJ Moore. And look how he shuts him down. He's physical at the line of scrimmage, gets hands on him this time. And then just look at him shut and undercut and turn his hips and get underneath that corner slash kind of out route. It's just a fantastic effort from him. I love the way he's able to transition from his back pedal, get around, and then flip his head and just use the sideline as his friend and undercut the route. A fantastic job from Bryce Hall. He might have been the best Jets defensive player on the field. For a change, something different here. We have a cover 3 look. So the Jets have Bryce Hall down the bottom of the screen. He's going to play bail technique. So he's going to get out of there, turn his hips, and run with his hips facing in and his butt to the sideline. You've got Brandin Echols at the top of the screen in off coverage. He has a much easier role in this situation. First of all, Bryce Hall, great job with his bail tech. Butt to the sideline, really nice speed, and runs vertically down the field with DJ Moore. He showed great athleticism all day. That's shut. Nothing there. No chance. Other side of the formation, there's a little crossing right over the middle from the tight end. CJ Mosley does a really nice job handing it off to the other linebacker. They shut that down. Only other option on the play, Brandin Echols, top of his screen. He's got the 15-yard basic. And look, Sam Darnold's under a little bit of pressure here, but still a really nice job. He's kind of all over that. Look, there's an opportunity to squeeze it in the window, but all in all, another fantastic play from the Jets secondary. This is the one that I put in for Carolina Panthers fans. The touchdown to Robbie Anderson had nothing to do with the Jets corners. It was a cover 2 look off a turnover, an obvious shot play. Robert Saleh said it himself after the game. And there were 2 things I want to point out about this play. First of all, Robbie Anderson's in the slot. If he goes vertical, you know it's going to be trouble against middle field open. It's just not a good look. If I'm Hamza Nasruddin here, the linebacker playing on the weak side of the formation, even though you risk a defensive illegal contact penalty, I want to see him redirect Robbie Anderson. Once he sees the tight end staying in block, you can't give Robbie a free runway straight down the seam against cover 2. He knows it's cover 2. He needs to take that risk and try and redirect him and not just give him that free release, even though it's off the line of scrimmage and technically it would be illegal. The other thing is Redwine, the safety who just got picked up off the street in waivers the week before. He completely stops his back pedal right here. He loses all momentum in his feet, and then he's clunky in his hips, and by the time he turns, Robbie Anderson is gone, and it's a touchdown. But just wanted to show you nothing from the cornerback group. And that brings us to the end of this review. The Jets' corners were exemplary. Even the other explosive play that the Carolina Panthers had, that was against Javelin Guidry. It was tight enough coverage, he just lost the ball in the air. But the Jets' 3 starters, Brandin Echols, Bryce Hall, and Michael Carter II, were fantastic. They're going to have an even easier matchup against the New England Patriots. I can't wait to see how they perform a great start from an underrated Jets secondary.